And we're back. Let me get my Twitch and my YouTube. Let me get the back end stuff working. Let's see. YouTube Studio. Make sure that that's working. That looks like it's working. I like that. Let me get my chat open. What's up, Chad? What up, Chad? Who's Chad? Who even is Chad, bro? And oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're ready for Chad. Yeah, where's Chad at, bro? Okay. Okay. Anyways, sorry, I was reading my text messages. I'm very popular. Okay. Uh, where, what was working and what wasn't working? That is the question, huh? So I can do this. I can roll dice, and they go, oh, that's a problem I need to fix. All right, let me add it to my notes. I don't have notes. Okay, never mind. Somebody, hey, Chad, whoever Chad is, can you like keep track of disappearing dice bug? Because I gotta fix that one. So it's printing out 4, 2, and 6, which is exactly what I rolled. And this is interesting. This is that's better. What? Why is it like that? Why does it do that? Well, no, you're supposed to stop doing that. All right. All right. So that was working, and now it's not. And you know what? Now that I think about it, I was working on this last night off stream, and what? Okay. And it crashed as I closed it. What the brother? Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Get down! Sit! All right. It like crashed. Like it did this thing where it's like, yeah, we're gonna quit. You know, I saved and I quit, and it's like, yeah, we're gonna quit, but also like we're gonna crash, so we're gonna make it look like it was our decision and not yours. I love that. I love that for me. So now I have to go back into here, and something probably didn't get saved when it crashed. So not that. On begin cursor over. So if it's on the bench, we do that one. If it's on the table, we do table hover. So I gotta go find table hover. Where'd I put that at? Down here. Let's see. So this is all good. Well, that's. I remember this was causing problems, and then this is what fixed it. So, well, now I guess it's not fixed. Hold on. Let me try it again. Let me try to deduct what's happening here. I'm just gonna roll one dice. It goes, and then why does it do that? So it's like constantly hovering and not hovering. Like it's and then when I select it, it stays floating, which is what I want, right? That is what I want. But like, why is it? Let me look at collisions. What's the problem here? Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. Uh, I think I know what's happening. So when I hover over this, oh no, that is a problem, isn't it? Oh, I made a okay. Okay, whoops. Just punched my microphone. That was cool. So, what I did, okay, because this circle, this sphere is what this is my collision, right? This is what allows my game to know that I'm hovering over that dice, right? It's got a little bit of, it's a little bit bigger than the dice, so you don't have to be right on it. But what I did yesterday is I did a dummy thing. I did stupid thing where I decided to put that collision as a child of the die. The die is the mesh. So I don't like that. We're gonna stop this. We're gonna undo that. We're gonna make this its own thing. And now we're gonna save. We're gonna go back here. And we're gonna do this again. And we're going to turn on the collisions so that we can see. There we go. So now, because what would happen is when it moves with the dice, if you're like hovering right at the edge and it goes up, it's going to come back down. But now the issue that I have is, okay, let's say, okay, we'll pick this one and that one. Let's say we roll those. 1, 2. Look at that. Look at that. Now the hover thing is up here because the die is what gets rolled. The hover thing stays down here. So I think what I should do is I should. Oh my god, dude. I need to organize this, bro. What I should do is I'm guessing bench hover scoring. Well, hold on. Is it in the dice tower? So if the velocity, where's check velocity, brother? Oh, this is okay. This is it. If the velocity roll event, so the roll event does this again, and once Brother, what? Oh, yes, yes, yes. Okay, okay. Score dice. So this is where I actually call the score dice function. Bet. Um, and that looks like that would be this. Hmm. Whoa. Yo, thanks for the follow. They're precious. Anyways, when this is all done, what we should do is we should get set world location. We should set the world location. Get world location. Let's try that again. So hit play, hit this. Let's Alt F1. Nope, nope, son of a Shift F1, eject, hit Alt C, Alt C again. Let's go to
It was like water boots where you can put water in there, and there was no feet.
Let's see. What was I gonna do? Oh yes, select the die. Selected. Yeah. Oh, I have to actually play the game and then view collisions. There we go. So now when I roll, boom, and now I can hover here, and now it works. Oh my gosh. So once it's actually ready to roll, it'll do that. Now, of course, the bug would be, what happens if I do this and it's, okay. Why is it disappearing? Why would it be disappearing? So in between, okay. So if I hover over that before it rolls, then there's a problem. Because if I do, I can get rid of that. Shoot. So if it's on bench, so as soon as I roll, where's my roll? How about this? On bench. we're going to set on bench to false. I think that should get rid of my disappearing dice problem. Nope, did not get rid of it. Okay. Um, when I hover over it, if selected is false, what's happening? What if we set selected to false? For each roll event branch. It's roll animation. No. Okay. Maybe it's somewhere in here where it's broken. I wonder if so do roll animation. We get dice to throw. We go through each one of these. And we spawn that actor. What is the dice? Okay. So none of these are actually set to true. I'm a little bit confused still. Okay. Where's all the word dice at? Okay. Okay. What if I? Oh, not what I wanted. Uh, if I eject that and then I do this a few times, I go back here. So we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What if I click this one to select it and then 4 disappears and we so now we have 6. What? Uh, go brush your teeth. And then we're gonna do this one. Oh, very confused. Very confused. Okay. Um, does it happen if I just hover over the die? No. So I'll do another one, and it's only if I hover over the collision thing. Oh, this is not what I wanted to work on, but I need to fix it. It's going to simulate physics on the die. Wait a minute. All right, let's organize some of this stuff. Um, Party. Nope. Get party hover. Ignore. Collision. Wonder if maybe that will work. Collision. What I should do is do project settings. Wait, is it project settings or yeah? Project settings. Collision. Um, simulate. How do I do the custom collision thing? I'm gonna call this one uh hover. Uh, mouse hover overlap accept. Edit. No. Oh, whoops. Say mouse overlap. Mouse overlap. It's gonna have query only. Object type. What do you call it? The dice. We're going to just block visibility. I'm gonna delete that. Wait, what? Project settings. Collision preset. Mouse overlap. Uh-huh. Mouse overlap. So that on here. We could say collision. No. What? So I can't do that? Set collision enabled. How about this? We're going to do none. And then we're going to, once this is all done, and let's see, where else? I need to move. Let's get that, set that to, I don't know, man. Let's see. I do that. Oh, did I fix it? It's not disappearing. So I think I fixed it. And then I can do this and this and this. Okay, okay. Close. Okay. Now, the actual scoring. Um, clean this up a little bit. Don't crash. Don't crash. Okay. Let's try to stay a little bit organized, brother. Okay. So, uh, almost done organizing. This is weird because this is like, actually, no, this is the whole thing. This is where I'm still working on it. Okay. So the score should happen somewhere after we do all of this. We do all of that. We get our scoring array where we add the dice rolls. And then we have the roll event, which was that whole thing. Combine score rate for each. Okay. This is where we were at. All right. Now that we have our dice not disappearing on us, that's a good thing to not have. What we're going to do is for each roll or each die, we have our, like if we roll two threes and two twos and two ones, our base score should have like 2, 2, 1, 1, 3, 3. Maybe not in that order, but for each one of these, we're going to go through. We're going to get the array element, and hopefully this works. If array element is 1, if the integer is equal to 1, I just want to print added 1 to score. Just for now, that's all I want. Actually, no, I also want to get my ones, which equals 0. I want to plus plus. Can I make this float? Can I make this a float? Okay. I'm going to set ones. There we go. Oof. This is kind of a really small area to work with. Whoops, with the switch. So we're going to do that, that. Added 1 to score, and then we're going to say append we're gonna say ones equals space that. Okay. I'm just gonna roll until I get multiple ones. Or even just one one. Dang. Not bad. No ones though. Let's try that again. No ones. No ones again. I just give me some ones, bro. All right. Something's got to give. Oh, there's one. Okay, it's working. I saw it. Okay. We need to give this a little bit more kick coming out of here. Say 200 to 300. I'm just curious. Can I break it? How bad can I break it? Let's try it again. I don't want them to be bunched up at the front. Three ones. That's okay. I'll say 500 is probably too much there. Let's say 125. Let's say 150 to 250 for that one. Okay. So we know that this works. So basically, you need to do this for all of these. Twos, threes, fours, fives, sixes. All right, so twos, threes, fours, fives, sixes. Just line all those up like that. Connect all these up. Connect all these guys up. Okay. So now It should count how many of each dice we roll. Okay, now I want to try one more thing. When this is done, oof, this is actually kind of difficult. How do I? So for my scoring, if I have 3, I'll leave this over here for now, just so you can see it. If I have 3 of a kind, so like 3 ones, that should be 1,000 points. 3 2 should be 200. 3 3 should be 300. 3 4 should be 400. Blah 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 blah. Now I got to figure out how to take this and have it do this. So, with that being said, I'm trying to figure that out. Let's say no. Stop. Okay. So when that's completed, hmm. No. Select node? Hmm. If ones is equal to 3, wait, what? Um, Maybe this isn't what I wanted. Hmm. So it looks like this is not what we want. We're going to have to do this. This is going to be a lot. Okay. Then how am I going to do this? So if they're going to select a certain amount of dice, if they have 3 ones selected, I'm going to make custom event score math or score base score math, base score calculation. Yeah. That's more technical sounding. So we'll say, first of all, if actually, hold on. So yeah, if ones equals 3, then we're going to say current base score. This will be an integer. So we're going to say, if that's true, we're going to set current base score to 1. Well, this is going to be plus 1,000. Okay. Wow. This is if it's false, we're going to check to see. Man, wait, I'm just thinking of all the scenarios that I'm going to run into down the road where I'm going to have issues. I need to be able to do. Hold on. See, Unreal Engine array count same. Wait a minute. Should I do this? Wait, what? Oh, wait. Can I make this a map? Um, yeah, hold on. I might be onto something here. Or I'm probably just gonna mess everything up. But I might have an idea. Um, let's see. Let's do let's shoot. Okay, actually let's just get the debugger up. That's what we want. We want debug, blueprint debugger, and then we're gonna play. We're gonna come over here. We're gonna do base score. All right. Hmm. Not quite what I'm looking for. Well, let's try it again. Okay, so then I'm confused. uh oh. 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 So we'll get the key. The value will be 1 to that key. Okay, now let's try that. So what I'm looking for over here in the debugger is this base score. There should be 6 numbers. So we're going to go in here. And I'm going to roll 5 because I can't see the 6th one. 4. So we should have 2 4. Oh, nope. 2 4s. 3 4s. But it only shows 1. It only shows 1. Get find the key of this. So we're going to find that key. We're going to get that value. We're going to plus, plus. I don't know if that's, I don't think that's going to work right, but we're going to see. All right, let's roll 5 dice. Let's look at our BP tower. We got 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 5, 5. Huh? No. Let's try that again. Let's try it again. 2, 5, 6, 3. So we should have 2 6s. No. So no, that's not it. Maybe I just go back to the array thing, right? We find the key that will be used to look the value up. We find that value. Oh. Okay. What if we do this and then we add 1? So instead of doing the increment, we do it that way. Okay, okay. Let's try it again. Let's hit play. Let's come over here. Let's look up our base score map. Let's come back in here. Let's roll all 6 of these puppies now. Two 4s, 2 6s. We have 2 4s and 2 6s. Okay, try again, try again. Wish I didn't have to go through this every single time. Got 3 4s. Okay, let's try it again. I really want to see what happens because one of these times I did this a little bit ago and it added another base score to it, which doesn't seem possible. Got 3 2s, got 1 1, got 1 5, and 1 4. All right. Just going to keep trying to get it to break, I guess. 3 4s, 4 4s. Okay. 1 1 2 4 6. 1 1 2 4 5 6. Okay, okay. Kind of cooking. All right, I'm going to do it 3 more times. Two twos, 1 3, 2 5s, 1 4. Okay. See, that one's got an angle, so I wonder what happened there. Oh, whoops, it went back down. Okay. That's funny. Okay. So now this is working. So it's counting that we have 1 dice that rolled 1. We had 3 dice that rolled a 2. We had 0 dice roll a 4. We had 1 dice roll a 5 and 1 dice roll a 6, brother. It's working. This is working. I'm going to do one more. I don't know how I broke it a second ago, but it hasn't broken since and I haven't done anything to fix it. Just hoping it doesn't do it again. It's going to happen. But it seems on paper, this looks like it's working. We might be able to move on. Hell yeah, brother. Look at that. 3 1s. 1, 2, 3. Whoops. Wait. Stop it. Okay. I'll fix that later. That's a feature. That's a feature. We got 1 4, 2 3s, and then 0 5s and 0 6s. All right. So the map method is definitely the way to go. We can get rid of all that. This is way cleaner. Whoopsies. Way cleaner. I forgot about maps. Good thing I remembered that those were a thing. Okay, but now the actual scoring part. This is going to be the fun part. And by fun, I mean this is going to be tedious. I wish I could bring this window over here, but I can't seem to click the thing. There we go. I don't like how VS Code puts all these buttons up here, like literally. I don't want all these buttons. I just want to be able to grab this so I can move it around. So I need to be able to find out how many of each number there are and score them. Okay, well, we already can find out how many of each number there are. And I don't need this. So I need to figure out the order of operations, and this won't be able to stay up here because it keeps going in the back. But We need 3 ones, 3 twos, 3 threes, 3 fours, 3 fives, 3 sixes. We also need to be able to detect if it rolls 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We also need to be able to detect if it rolls all 6 in a row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We also need to be able to detect 4 of a kind. We also need to be able to detect 3 pairs. We also need to be able to detect a full house, which is a pair in a set of 4. And then we also have to be able to detect 2 sets of 3. And that's kind of, yeah, that's what all this is. So we have our map. We know how many of each dice we rolled. Now we just break it down into this. So if I were a computer and I was scoring this game, how would I do this? I would check to see. Oh, also a 1, just a 1 by itself is worth 100, and just a 5 is worth 50. So I guess I would check to see maybe the most of a single die for. Well, no, because the problem that I don't want to have is like, okay, if there's a 1, add 100 to the score. Because if I do that, it'll add 100 3 times here, and this would be like 300. So I need to be able to check to see if there. Okay, hold on. Find. This is the key, right? All right. So for 1, we're gonna say if the ones are equal to, let's say, uh, if the ones are less than 3. So let's try that. If the ones are less than 3, so this could be 1, uh, 1 or 2 number ones. Then we're going to get that number, and we're going to multiply it by 50. Because if we do that, that'll be our score. So if we get 2 ones, that'd be uh, 100 points. If it's 1 1, it'd be 50 points. And then we're going to add. I don't need this to be a map anymore. I'm stupid. All right, compile that. Current base score. We're going to say uh, set current base score equal to current base score plus this number. Now let's give that a quick little test to make sure that I'm just not full of myself here. And how hopefully we just roll ones. I would love to roll just a bunch of ones. That would be great. If I roll more than, if I'm gonna do false, I'm gonna print too many ones. Too many ones, because I don't want to go through all that right now. Let's make it green text, and let's make it last forever. Sometimes I look away from my monitor and I miss it. Okay. Yes, got it. Let's roll at least 2 ones. I hope we roll exactly 2 ones. There's a 4. There's a 1. There's a 4. There's a 4. There's a 4. Oh. All right, let's look here. It didn't actually score anything. And you know what? I'm stupid. I'm a big dummy because I actually forgot to oops. Where'd it go? Where did you go? Where oh. You know what? Because I forgot to actually call this stupid thing. All right. Base score calculation. Son of a okay. Now we're gonna test it, I promise. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Roll it. Let's get this here opened up. Give me some ones, baby. Some ones. So there's a 1. Oh, Yes. Current base score is 50. I can see it right here in the debugger. Okay. I forgot to print it. So it's right here. Which is well, actually, hold on a minute. It worked. The computer did what it was supposed to do. I'm just stupid. A 1 is worth 100 points, not 50, but it worked. I had 1 1. I had it set to 50, so the score was 50. Now I just have to do this for everyone, every single combination. So I'm gonna say, oh, this is gonna be crazy. So if we have a 1 and it's less than 3 ones, we're gonna score it like this. Each one is worth 100, and we're gonna add that to the current base score. If this is false and we have more than 3 ones, we're gonna say, we're gonna do another if, and we're gonna say if this is equal to 3, then we're going to do this, and we're gonna say, honestly, can I want to make, oh, this is repeating myself, so let me not repeat myself. Let's make a function called add to score. We're going to add an input. It's going to be number. It's going to be an integer. And then we're just going to do this. Wait. It's going to be, what are we adding? Oh. Okay. Yeah, we need another thing here. We need a dice number. Okay, we're gonna take our this is backwards. It's gonna mess me up. It's gonna bug me, but there we go. Dice number multiplied by, it doesn't really matter, by the number, and then we're gonna add that to the current base score. So now instead of doing this thing every single time, we can just do add to score. Boom. And then we get this guy, dice number, and we get this guy, 100. Okay. And then here, we don't need this. We just need to drag out our add to score. So if we have 3 ones, then we're going to add to score. Jesus. You know what? I can just type that here. Wait, no. This would be 1,000. This would be 1. Although, yeah. I hope that works. Right? I have a feeling that if I don't connect this dice num to this, something will go wrong later, but only if I make it not a number 1 through 6, which the way that I plan for this to work is your base score is your 6 die that you have, your 6 dice that are just D6s. And then all the cool fancy dice that I will add in the future, like these guys, like these fancy die will be like the special ones that will multiply your score by whatever. So I think that this could be safe as long as I don't goof this number up here. So far, if we roll less than 3 ones, we're going to count them as 100 points each. And it's going to multiply them and add them to our current score. If we have exactly 3 ones, then we're going to add 1,000 to the score. I don't have, you know what? There should be, okay, what should I score a 4 of a kind? 4 of a kind's 1,000, but what if you get 4 ones? That should be special, right? Because 3 ones is already 1,000. And if you played Farkle before, it's not actually 1,000. It's technically just 100. But I'm playing by my grandma's rules. So grandma's house, it was 1,000 for 3 ones. So it's 1,000 in here. So that means 4 ones has to be something different. Let's say 4 ones is 1,500. And then 5 ones has to be bigger than that. So if we do 5 ones, that could be I'm throwing numbers out here. This is going to take some balancing later, but I'm going to say 5,000. If you can roll 5 ones, and we don't even have 6 of a kind. So I'm going to say 6 of a kind. Yeah, good luck, buddy. 6 of a kind. Let's say 3, 4, 5, 6 would equal 5,000. But if it's a 1, 10,000. Brother, you're hitting the jackpot. If you roll 6 ones, buddy, easy round. Easy round. Okay. Sure. Oh, let me save my notes here. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, hold on a minute because now I'm now I'm seeing a problem. I'm seeing a problem. Oh my gosh, my brain. Okay, so this works, but I have to do more stuff before I do this. Before I can even check for 3 ones, I still have to work on this because what if oh my gosh. Oh, no. Okay. See, okay. And I do, now that I'm thinking about it in my brain, this does need to be connected because this is how many, well, at least for that one it does. Because this is the number of how many ones I rolled. So if it's 2, I times that by 100. But what if I roll 2 ones? All right. I can't just count them as 200 points because what if I have, where'd it go? 3 pairs. What if I have 2 ones, 2 fives, and 2 fours? If I count this as 2 ones, I'm just going to add 200. So I need to say if, shoot, how do I do this? If my ones is less than 3, true. If it equals 2, I have to check every single other number to see if it equals 2. Oh god. Okay, here we go. This is the fun part, huh? This is why you make games, they said. It would be a real fun thing if you just make a game, a roguelike uh, tabletop dice game. That would be super easy, be super cool, they said. So we're gonna say then, and this is gonna be so messy, brother. Oh my god, dude. We're gonna say if we're gonna say if this equals 2, or say if it doesn't equal 2, we're just gonna add the score. I'm gonna need more room, brother. This has gotta go. This has gotta go somewhere else. If the ones equal 2, then we have to get our base score. Can I loop through 4 each map? Okay. Then we have to go through each one of these. And if any of these equal 2. Wait. Okay. I Oh, this is going to be so much. Okay, so if any of these equals 2, uh then I have to do this again. No, 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 no. I don't have to do that again. I make a variable and I say pairs. If any of these equals 2, we're going to get pairs. And then we're going to get pairs plus, whoops, pairs plus plus. There we go. That's how we count that. So if any of these equals 2, we're going to get pairs plus plus completed if pairs equals 3. You know, this is going to be crazy to test because I have to roll these dice so many times to get the right one. Then if this happens, then we're going to add to score. Dice number should always be 1 by default, I think, because it's multiplying it by that. I shouldn't. I need to make this better. Hold on. We need another input. Is this a multiplier? Multiply. This is going to be a Boolean. And then if this is true, if it's a multiply, then we set that equals to that. Set current base score equal to current base score. Hopefully this makes sense. I'll explain it here in a second. By number. So we have 2 ways this could go. If it's a multiplier thing, so, 100 times 2 dice, that would be the dice number multiplied by the number of the score. If it's not multiplicative, like the 3 pairs, it's just a number, then you just take I'm hoping that's right? Take just the number. Yeah. We're just going to take the number and add it to the score. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. That it makes sense to me, and you know what? Maybe that's all that matters. Okay, now we can go back here. So now I have to go through here. This is a multiply. This is not a multiply. Okay, this is not a multiply. The number is 3 of a kind, 3 pairs. I mean, 1,500. Okay. Well, shoot, brother. Okay, I can worry about that later. That'll be easy to fix. What I need to do, I'm gonna do it like this for now. But I don't want it to score automatically. I want the player to be able to choose which. Whoops, I bumped my mic. I want the player to be able to choose what dice they want to score, and then which ones they want to re-roll, and then go from there. I got 2 pair. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. All right. Well, let's see. What's my current score? See if it's current base score is 100. That is correct. Ooh, I can make a. Okay, hold on, hold on. Hold on. I can easily knock out another scoring technique. Uh, I think. You know what? Son of a gun. I think I should just be using this kind of technique for everything, right? Because I could just map through it. Because I can do. Not necessarily, but I could do, I could get close. So I can do this. I'm just gonna bring it down here for now. I don't really know where this is gonna fit in the actual chain of like if statements, but if I go through here again, right, and I go to if any of these equals 3, we're not gonna do pairs plus plus. If any of these equals 3, then we're gonna see if hold on, undo all this. Undo that, undo that, undo. Okay. If any of these equals 2, we're going to do pairs plus plus. And then hold on. I'm losing. 4 of a kind, 5. What's the full house? Okay, 2 and 4. So if we have a pair, we're going to add 1 to the pair. And then we're going to add quads. If this equals 4, Jesus, hold on. If this equals 4, okay. And then we're going to do quads plus plus. And then if it equals 3, or no, what do I have for threes? 2 sets of 3 is 2,500. But I do 2 sets of 3. Let's just do a full house. So if it's false, it's going to see if it's equal to 4. And it's going to add quads plus plus. And then when it's completed, it's going to see if pairs equals 1 and quads equals 1. Like this. If this is it, then we're going to add a full house is 1500. I should like start commenting all these. Full house. Um, comment. I'm gonna call this pairs. 3 pairs. Like that. Oh, you're not allowed in that party. So we got 3 pairs. There's that one. Uh okay. So if we roll, okay. If it's less than 3, we're going to do that. If it's 2, we're going to check for 3 pairs. If that's false, we're going to set that. I can probably make this a function. Let's just call it 3 pairs. And I can just do this. And for the output, so if we have 3 pairs, Return node. Then we'll add another function. We're going to call this full house. Okay. So honestly, we just delete all that then. So we'll go there. We'll go full house. Three pairs is worth how much? 1,500. Full house is also worth. Let's make full house worth. I think they're worth 2,000. Or no, let's make it worth like 1,600. Just so we can differentiate it, you know? Let's go back to full house. 1,600. All right, let's look at our score. Let's roll all these bad boys. 6, 6, 3, 5, 2, 2. Nope. Let's try again. Base score is 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Although if I had that set up, I would have gotten that done. Current base score is 0. Why? Almost a full house. So when I have two ones, it says current base score is 0, which is not correct. So I need to go back here. We're going to say base score, if it's less than 2, we're going to say if it equals 2, we're going to do 3 pairs. And if it's not that, and if it's not that, then we're going to say add to score 100 by all right. Let's try that again. Nothing. Nothing. No. Score's 200 though. Should just be a 100. I want this to be a little bit more aggressive when it comes out of there. Let's try that. I should have it print out the score at the end. Uh, print string append score, and then we'll get our current base score. All right, now I wanted to let's go back up here again real quick. add row. Uh, rotate. Velocity. Wonder if that does anything. Okay, okay. Okay. What the heck, bro? Just wanted to flow out better. What if we do 400 to 650? Just keep rolling until I get a full house, I guess. Let's try that. Let's try 250, 350. Alrighty, try this. One, one, two. Wait, what? That's a full house. Oh, son of. Okay. Yeah, I know why. So, in here, dang it. We don't do that there. So if I do base score calculation for each thing in the score array, we add all of these, and when it's done, we do base score calculation. So we take the base score, we check to see if there's a bunch of or the ones, and then we go if there's less than 3 ones. Well, loop body. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think this is right. I think this is right because I have the wrong thing here. So when we check for the 3 pairs, it's not here where we have to go back. It's here. And that'll be the same thing for the full house. It's here. Son of a. Okay. Because I freaking had it, bro. I had it. Wait a minute. What? I should have looked at that. The score said 1700. There's no way that was 1700. There's a 1, a 4, a 4, a 6, a 6, a 1. 1700. Why is it 1700? Because it did both. Oh, I did have. Okay. Why did I get 1700? So if I go here, if we have a 1, it's less than 3, we go here. If it equals 2, then we go to 3 pairs. And we do 3 pairs. We check this after the return node. Oh my god. Sorry. Um Oh, that's why. If it equals 1, and we'll take one of these. We'll do this. We'll do this. We'll do if it equals 1. All right, I think that's almost enough for the night. I'm going to try to get another roll here. Either 3 of a kind or a full house. 4, 3, 2, 6. I'm not going to get one. I also want to add more of a velocity here, I think. 100, 300. Five, 4, 2, 4, 2. Ooh, I was almost 3 of a kind. Score should be 100 there, but I didn't have it print out if it's just 1. 1, 3, 4, 2. All right, not happening. I need to get rid of this walking bit. 1, 6. 1, 2, 6. 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 4, 6. All right, so the score would be 100. Hmm. One, two, three, 4, 5. You're kidding me, brother. I could have, man, if I had that scored, dude. Oh, I forgot one. What? Score should be 200. Uh, this is tricky. Hmm. Sorry, I'll figure out a way to test it better, but that's gonna be it for me tonight, though. Got a lot of stuff done. Not mad about it. But yeah, thanks again for hanging out, and we will see you